Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with the second video using the Your Creative Studio March subscription box. So I thought I would go ahead and use some of their packaging that came in the box just to kind of be in line with that recycle, reuse kind of thing. So I'm going to be creating a journal piece. It's not this big. I'll show you details here in a second. But I'm using some of the pockets, some of the little envelopes that the items came in, as well as some of their paper. So let me show you what I've got going on. We're going to be adhering with my Liquitex Fluid Matte Medium because I am going to be adhering the tissue paper that came in the subscription box. Let me just show you the whole piece of it. It's kind of hard to see with my hand there, but it's beautiful, really grungy, really faint. I love that. So we've got that, so I've cut it up and I'm going to be using it in various places. We've got this cute little vintage girl stamp. It's hard to see on the screen, but I'm going to be using that. We've got this postage stamp I hope to use, and then this other one, which is that little postage box with letters, and then the quill pen. We've got some washi tape. Not sure exactly how I'm going to use that. I don't tend to use it in my junk journaling for some reason, but this is, I just was digging through my scraps and this is something that I had made earlier. I thought it would be fun to use it on the front of this pocket thing. So what we're gonna do here is, this is a piece that came from the kit. It's an envelope already pre-made, and we're gonna use that and we're gonna tuck that inside the big pocket, and then we'll fold up this letter piece of paper to go in there as a writing space. So I'm going to just set those aside for now, and let me see what else we've got going on here. So I just got some bits here from my sentiment drawer, and then this was in my scraps, so I thought, oh, it would go perfect with this lady. Sorry, that's off camera. These are from Adamo Prints. I think that's how you say it, these girls. So I'm going to try to undo this, and hopefully I can still remember what I was thinking about doing. Oh, we're stuck. We're stuck. We're stuck. We're stuck. We're stuck. How did I manage that? Goodness gracious. There we go. So let's take these off for now. And so I've got this is just a little envelope. So I thought I'd kind of make like an envelope, a little mini envelope ephemera piece here. So this is the larger envelope. That's I think probably one of the stamps came in. So it's going to attach on the page on this side. And then we've got the other piece here. Let me see if I can set this stuff aside without going completely bonkers. And then we've got this envelope, which is going to sit, normally you would turn it this way, right? To use that, but I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to make a tuck on this side, and I'm going to make a pocket. No, I'm going to have it open. I wanted it to be able to open. I'll probably put a wax seal on that, and then the bottom pocket as I showed you. So that's what we're going to do. This is very different than what I normally do. So I'm going to go ahead and ink up all three of these envelopes really quick. I will speed through that process or cut it out, one or the other. Okay, so that stuff is inked up. Let me get rid of these crumbs really quick. So this is going to be very fragile, similar to, well, it's like tissue paper. So if I were to print on tissue paper, which I often do, it's very fragile like that. It is, you know, obviously one side is more pronounced than the other, so this is actually the printed side. So we're going to go ahead and adhere it on this envelope. So this is going to go, you know what, it doesn't really have to go around because it's going to be a pocket. I'm changing my mind there because this isn't going to flip. Or is it going to flip? Maybe it is going to flip. What say you? I don't think I'm going to make it flip on the bottom one. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this with my Liquitex Fluid Matte Medium. That's what I tend to prefer when gluing down tissue paper or napkins. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this really quick. You do want to get plenty on there. This is for the Beloved Beauty Journal, just trying to get a lot of ephemera done here before we start assembling the journal. Still have a long way to go. So I'm just going to gently press that, and then I'm going to go over it, the top of it, with some more matte medium. We're going to get wrinkles, but I like them. And I'm being as gentle as I possibly can because I don't want to tear it, if I can help it. This kit is really, really delightful. I believe it's like a letter writing kit. I never really officially got an idea of what the theme was. It's got a lot of like mail stuff in it, like US mail, like mailing letters, which I thought was really perfect for this antique romance journal. As if you were in love, you probably got love letters from your beau. I did. I actually still have them. We will be married 39 years in July, and I have them in my underwear drawer, of all places. My husband went off to Bible college for a year when we were dating, and we wrote each other. Well, he wrote me even when he was home, but a lot of the letters from when he was in California going to Bible college. And he just went for 1 year, and then he came home and married me, so I was glad. But so I have all of those. Some of them he wrote while we were dating, when he was still living here, and he would drive his car to the high school and go to school, and I would walk to school, and he would leave me a letter on the seat of his car with a little flower from his mom's garden. And so in one of those little things that you put water in it and then you stick the flower in there. So that was pretty special. So yeah, I have those letters. So yeah, you know, mine weren't vintage or anything, you know, pretty modern people, but so that is all glued on. I'm going to set that aside and let it dry. We're going to go ahead and adhere all of the front pieces while we're here. So I need a paper towel here to dry off my desk. So I'm trying to get another video or two uploaded before I leave on our little trip, so that I can come home and I don't really have to worry too much about getting right on the saddle again and creating. So we're going to go ahead and put this one on here. I'm not using this as a pocket, so I'm just gonna, it's just gonna be a flat piece. Which way does this go? I think this goes this way. So let's go ahead and get that on. I know some people use a glue stick. Oh, we don't want to put it all over that though, because what do we want to do here? I need to rethink this because this is going to be too weak to support that pocket, that opening. So let me see. Let me grab this and see what this would look like underneath it. I think we're going to have to do that. So let me really quickly change my mind here. I'm going to continue with the matte medium just because I have it out, following the same process that we would do if we were just using like art glitter glue or something. I might use some art glitter glue as well, just to make sure that everything is nice and glued. So I'm just, again, staying within those margins there to ensure that I don't affect my pocket. So I am going to go ahead and use my art glitter glue as well. And so that is on there. I'm going to just press that down, and we're not going to mess around with this too much because I don't want to mess it up. So what I do want to do is cut a sliver off the side of this. So I am going to try to do that now because I want this to be a pocket off to the right. See if we can do that carefully. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. There we go. So there we've got our pocket, which don't worry about that. We will, well actually I guess we could go ahead and put a little bit of glue up here in the top because we're not going to use that. I just want to be careful of where I get the glue. So I'm just going to run that bead of glue. I'm sorry it's hard for you guys to see, just right there. And that's going to seal that top portion closed. We are getting some wrinkling, and that's just because of the matte medium that I used. But I didn't want to switch glues just because it's a hassle. So that's that. So now we can put our tissue paper on because now we've got a stronger base there. That would not have worked this way, I believe. And so we're just kind of doubling up, and it just creates a little bit more interest there in the background. It's not a big deal. So I am going to go ahead and use my matte medium again. Okay, so that is envelope number 2. I'm going to go ahead and do the same with envelope 3. I believe I'll have to do exactly the same thing, but let's take a peek here. Because this one was going to go, I think this one will just make it a little pocket, so we won't need to worry about that. Oh, this one was going to go, goodness gracious. Hold on. Nope, this is going to go, now that these are wet, it's going to be tricky. So this is going like that, and then that one's coming to the side. So I guess it is going to be a little pocket. So we're going to go ahead and cut the end of this off really quick first. Like so. And that's not straight at all. Goodness sakes. Let me grab my cutter here. That was not straight. Oh my goodness. Not even close. There we go. We can fix it. So that's going to be off of there. So means we need to cover. Or do we want it to just be a pocket? Hold on. Oh, you know what? This one was going to be a pocket. This is going like so. Where was I even putting this? Do you guys know? So that's a pocket there. So maybe we need to have this one just coming up here. I think I'll do that. So sorry for the back and forth. So we're going to go ahead and adhere this paper here, and we don't need to worry about reinforcing it because we don't have that envelope bit that we have to guard the pocket, so if you know what I mean. So we're going to go ahead and do the same here. Okay, we're going to take a moment and dry this, and I'll be right back. Okay, these appear to be fairly dry. So now that they're dry, we can look a little bit closer at what we wanted to do here. They're looking, this one's okay. This one's really dark because of the extra layer of paper that I put underneath. So I'm trying to think about what I'd like to do with that. Maybe I could put an image on top of it. So I'm just going to look through these and see if there's anything that pops out. Oh, that one's really pretty. She is gorgeous. What do you think? Oh, or this one? Except I already cut the corner a little bit. Or this one. It's so white though. That's the only thing I don't like. It's very, very white. Oh, this one's gorgeous. Look at that. This one, I think. Let's go ahead and round the edges on this one. I forgot to grab my cart, pull it over by me, so I'm just gonna round the corners here really quick. And maybe we'll put some lace behind it or something. Make it look pretty. She doesn't have to go all the way. She can go there and we can kind of do a little bit of a cluster there. So, but the first thing I want to do is I want to capitalize on this texture that's created from the wrinkles. So I've got my golden fluid acrylic in iridescent gold fine. I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of that. Oh boy, we are all crusted over there. Hold on. There we go. I'm just going to pour it right here on my mat and knocking stuff over. So I'm just going to go really light. I'm going to tap my finger off, and then I'm just going to go over this just here and there, just to create a little bit of a shimmer there. Hope you guys can see that okay. I'm just going to really class it up. I love using gold. I was looking for my gold, you know, my gold, oh, that sticky stuff, the gold sticky stuff. Foil, gold foil, but I put it someplace, I put it in a safe place apparently. So I need to find that. Didn't have many wrinkles in that piece. So we're going to do this, and I did cover that one, the two flaps, because I forgot to do that while I had the camera on. That's all right. So there we go. And this is going to glue to this. So we lose a lot of the image when we do that, don't we? Let me see how wide this is actually. So this is 5 inches, and the max we can go on the journal is, I believe, 5.5 in width. So I wonder if we could kind of go off a little bit like that, so we don't lose that rose. That's 6 though. That's not going to work. Doggone it. This is going down. This is going to be glued on. We're just going to lose a lot of that. I didn't want to lose that. Not a very thought out plan here, Cara-Renee. Let me trim this edge off. It's okay, we can learn together, right? And then this one was going to go, what did I decide? Goodness gracious, I think I decided to do this, like this. So we definitely don't want that to flip, and we really, yeah, we could still put a girl under there, but we need to trim her down so that she's hidden under this little flippy flap thing here. I think I like that idea. And we're not really losing a lot here. You can see that. It's just got some text and stuff. So I'm going to let that go and just go with this idea. So let's finish getting some gold on all of this. Pardon any noise that you can hear. My husband's doing something in the next room, getting ready for our trip. Sounds like screwing or drilling or something. There we go. So that's beautiful. So last piece is this one. Gorgeousness. I guess I didn't need to put it over there. That's going to be covered up. Goodness. I love that. Love it, love it. I just wipe that up really quick so we can move on. So that doesn't take long to dry. So let's play around with this, because now that I've decided that I want this, oh, that means we need to cover this side. Goodness sakes. Let's get another piece of this paper. Is this big enough? Ooh, it is perfect. Let's do it. I'm going to glue it on, and then I'm going to, and then I will cut it off. Again, doing the kind of a cheat way. I'm sitting here and my back is hurting, so I apologize if this is a little bit off camera. That happens when it's bothering me. I'm gonna get my ink again. And I'm just gonna ink this up here because I kind of went off the paper. I mean, I didn't line it up very well, but you know my saying, perfection is not at play in my studio. So I'm just gonna ink everything up really good again. Like that. So now let's figure out our image. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Pardon me. So I'm just gonna put that here because, boy, I got white showing here. What's up? I got something uneven there. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that in place because I want to put my lady, I'm gonna hide this lady behind there. I guess I could just use this as my guide. So she just needs to be trimmed off, probably a little bit at the bottom and a little bit at the top. So a great way to use packaging is just throw some pieces together and see what you can come up with. So we're going to go here. I'm just going to try to line that up as best I can, side to side, from here to here. And then I'm going to fold that up. Oh, lovely. And then what do we got going on here? Got some extra flappies. Okay, maybe that's okay. So why do we've got, this is just the tissue paper that didn't get stuck down. It's kind of sticking out, which kind of bothers me. So I'm going to try to trim that off, maybe. There we go. Wrong angle. So now our little lady is going to go right here. She's going to be hidden in there. So I definitely want some lace behind her. So let me see what I've got here. I've got a piece of this beautiful gold lace that we used before in our little clusters. Oh, that would be lovely. And then if that closes, you're going to be able to see that lace. Yes, yes, yes. Let's do that. Because this one wasn't all that pretty anyway because I had gone dark. It was too dark underneath. So I've got my art glitter glue here as well. Putting my pin on the table, you know. You can just knock me around if I complain about it again. So let's see where this needs to be to actually not be seen. So it needs to come way down here. So I'm going to bring this down, 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 and we're going to flip her up. And that looks to be good. So that's where we want our lace to be. So we're going to go, yeah, right in there. I have time to move it, so I'm just gonna move that medium there. I don't spill it. So I'm just gonna line it up. I like to do that so that my glue line, I have a glue line, kind of a border or an area to cover here. It's just my way. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. I didn't even plan that. So she's gonna go there. She's gonna be gorgeous. So we do want her all the way to the bottom here. So I'm just gonna cover her with some glue. Art glitter glue, because I'm gluing her onto lace. I'm just gonna try to get her in the center here. Like that. Press her down. I'm not going to do anything else with her. Maybe I'll put a little sentiment on here because I don't want to bulk that up too much. Oh, I think she is graceful. I think this is a perfect. We want it to stay behind this thing though. That's what I'm trying to keep in mind here. We could go down here. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so that's gonna go up like that. Might have to get a paper clip. I think we might have to do a closure there of some kind, because that's gonna go like that, like a pocket, like a little envelope. I do want to do something on here though, and I should have done it before I glued this down. Let me see if I can go like this. Then I'm upside down, so I have to be mindful of this. So I want to turn it over so that I can stamp on it, but then I have to stamp upside down. So because I want to use these stamps that we have right here that I was just talking about. I think this one would be pretty, this little lady. So I'm not sure how these work. I don't know how their stamps work. I don't know if this peels off. I don't think it does though. I don't know how you get it to stick on a stamp platform or something. It doesn't come off, does it? I mean, it could, but let me grab some glue stick. That is a workaround. In a block. So I'm just going to put some glue on this side of the stamp, like so. And I'm going to put her on the platform here. I'm going to push down really well, and that should be good. So I'm going to use my archival ink here. This is my vintage photo, but I don't want her to go like that because she's going to be upside down when it flips. So I'm going to put her like that. So I'm just going to be very mindful of that. Get this inked up. It doesn't look like I'm getting any ink. I'm going to get a test piece of paper here. Let me see if I can find something here in my drawer. A piece of coffee dyed paper. Yeah, that's fine. That will be fine. I don't know if it's going to be dark enough though. I think I'm going to grab my black really quick because I don't think that vintage photo is going to show up. And it will be well complemented because this little insignia postage thing is black. So I think we'll be okay to do that. So I'm just going to wipe this off a little bit. And it's already coming off the block. Craziness. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and ink that up again with the black. I think that's going to be much better. And again, I'm going to turn her over, upside down rather, and over. And we're going to put her right there. I wonder how these stamps are actually supposed to work. I like that. I like that a lot. So let's turn her over. So there we go. Look at that. That is so cool. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to have to put some Velcro on there so that will stay closed. But I will do that. Well, you know what? Let me just grab it now just because I'm here and can do that. I just have to remember. Sorry for the shift there. I have to remember where I put it. think that's going to be our best bet right now, is just to go ahead and put a Velcro dot on here. I'm going to put this, the fluffy side right here. And then I'm going to put the flat side on top of it with the sticky side up. It's a neat way to line them up. And I'm going to close it like so. That would have been a nice little single piece of ephemera, wouldn't it? That would have been just adorable. But that's not what we're doing. So, we're also going to have a journal card. Oh no, the opening is at the top. That means something's going to go in here that has to fit. I'm pretty sure. Let me just open this up really quick. Goodness gracious. Okay. So it can be taller because we've got that room. So let's go ahead. I've got a journal card here. I think we probably have to, do we have to trim her down? So that we're going to leave that out for now though, because we don't want that to that's tacky. So I'm going to set that over there. And yeah, there's our glue dot. So we're going to just set this one aside. I think we need to ink this edge again. Sorry guys. Okay, so that is that. She is all tucked in there. And so this is our main envelope, right? And we did decide we were going to just go ahead and sacrifice that. Kind of really bummed about that though. I almost wonder if I should do this in two separate pieces on the journal, on the page, because I really don't want to lose that. Really struggling with that. Again, let me measure. This is 5 inches, so we could trim this down a little bit though. And then we could go off of here. More like so, if we trimmed it off. So right there, it's just nearly 6. I think I'm gonna do that, guys. Let me get my cutter over here. We can change our mind, right? Okay, there we go. And so now we can kind of go off this side a little bit. And the pocket though is going to go, or we could go like so. That might be the way to do it, is like that on the page. So let's measure that. I kind of like that. We're going to need some more of that lace though. That's 6 inches. It's still too wide. So I did not think this through very well. That's too, oh, yeah. Okay. So I think we're gonna go ahead and change our mind, except now I've already cut that open. Yikes. Okay, so we did that. This is going to have to be 2 separate ephemera pieces on a page. It's just not going to work. So what do we want to do with this now that I have cut it open? Goodness gracious. Okay, let me ink this up really quick. It was inked before we put the tissue paper on, but there we go. So this could still be off to the side of the page. I wish I had a page available here, but I don't. Or this could go, it's too bulky now though. I'm really trying to figure out a way to do this. I mean, I suppose this would still work. I just have to be able to squish this over some. So it's 5 and it can't be any wider than 5 3/4 because it's, the journal measures 6 by 9. So the pages would be 5 3/4 at max. So let's trim a little bit. Well, the trimming is not going to matter at this point. I think that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to try to bring that over as much as I can. This is the most improvising I've ever done in a journal on camera. Okay, so we're going to do that. Pencil. Sorry if this is a little bit rough. I'm going to just put a line there so I know where my glue line is. And then we want to just leave it up here, so I'm going to put a pencil mark there. And then we're going to go ahead and glue this down. And if we hate it, we hate it. But at least we tried something new, right? Your Creative Studio stuff is amazing though. Like, very versatile. As you can see, I used a lot of the elements in this project. And I would highly recommend them if you are looking for a subscription box. Or even if you're not. So I'm just going to glue that down like so. We were going to put lace on it. We didn't do it. Oh well. I think we'll put some on this other side though. That's what we'll do. We'll put some of that lace right here on this edge. That will help tie everything together. There we go. I love that. I think that is absolutely gorgeous. It's taking more of that rose away than I wanted, but that's okay. We're not seeing much of that paper after all, but we used it and it's beautiful. And I have more of it so I can use it somewhere else. So I'm happy with it. Just trimming off that edge like so. And then that is our ephemera piece. So what else do we want to do with her? I feel like we need some, oh, we've got this girl is going to go in this pocket as well. We also have a pocket over here. So what was I going to do there? I'll probably have to come in, maybe we'll put the envelope in there. What do you think? Will she fit? Will she fit? Yes. Okay, so let's get the little piece of paper. It comes with this like letter writing paper. It's probably buried here underneath a bunch of stuff. Hold on. So this is our paper. So I think it just gets folded in half. So let's do that. The only thing I don't like is it's not colored on the back, but that's okay. I might come back and do some stenciling on the back side at some point, but we're going to go ahead and just stick this piece of paper in the envelope like so. And we're going to close it. And I think we're going to go ahead and do a Velcro dot on this as well. Like so. Sticky, sticky. And close it. There we go. So that's going to go in the secret spot back here, which is going to actually be kind of cool. I'm going to put it like this. It's kind of hard to get to. There we go. So that will go in there and it sticks out a little bit, which is absolutely perfect. It actually helps that look a little bit more on purpose, like that. So I love it. So then when this is glued to a page, we can tuck stuff in here. This is one of the images I definitely want to use, but for tonight we're going to be done. So this is our little lady and she's hidden in here, graceful. And I may, you know what? Maybe we'll add this down here. Holy and dearly loved. I like that. Let's put that on really quick. And then I'm going to say goodnight. Yeah, we're not going to use that. Okay, guys. Thanks for coming by. Take care. Bye-bye.